Hello everybody, it's Sarah and today I have my January wrap-up for you. And I read a lot of books in January. I mean seriously, I read 14 books. That's already more than the month where I read the most books last year. And it's only the first month. I have the feeling that this year is going to be great in terms of reading. I started this year by continuing the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series by Rick Riordan with Percy Jackson and the Olympians The Titan's Curse, which is the third book in the series. I had already read the first two books, so obviously I didn't have to read them again. And I really enjoyed this book. I have a review on the series, which I'll link in the description. The review is spoiler free. Then I read Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, which is the first book in the series, but I'm sure you all know that. And I got the illustrated edition for Christmas, and I'm sure most of you know that I have not actually finished the Harry Potter series. I have only read up to book 5. And I decided that those beautiful illustrated editions would be a good idea just to buy one each year and then read them, and in 7 years I'll have finished the series. But I really love this edition. I think it's worth the money, even if you aren't obsessed with Harry Potter. Like, I really like Harry Potter, but I'm not as obsessed as most others on BookTube. What I especially loved about the illustrations was that the characters didn't look at all like the actors from the movies. For example, you have McGonagall here, and as you can see, she doesn't look anything like Maggie Smith, who is the actress who plays her in the movies. And I thought that really gave it a nice touch, because I didn't feel like the illustrations were just copied from the movies. And after that I read the 4th and the 5th book in the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series, obviously still by Rick Riordan, and the books are The Battle of the Labyrinth as well as The Last Olympian. And I don't have them with me right now because I lent them out, but I really enjoyed them, and as I said, my review of the whole series will be in the description. So after that I decided that it was time for a reread of the Black Jewel series, because I did not even reread one of them last year, and I usually always do that. It's like I reread at least one of the books, most of the time more per year, ever since I read the series for the first time. And so I decided it was time. I didn't start with the first book, I started with the 7th book, which is the Shadow Queen. Then I went on to the 5th book, which is the Invisible Ring. And after that I went to the 8th book, which is Shalodor's Lady. After that I read the Heroes of Olympus series by Rick Riordan, which is a spin-off series of the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series. Obviously, I really enjoyed the series. I do not know which of the two series I like more, and I also have a full series review on my channel, which I'll also leave in the description box down below, and it's also spoiler free. Then I continued with my reread of the Black Jewel series by reading the 6th book, which is Tangled Webs, which is also my favorite book in the series, because it centers around my favorite character in the series. And the last book I read this month was Magnus Chase and the Sword of Summer, also by Rick Riordan. As you can see, this month was a month of Rick Riordan for me, and I have to say I did not really enjoy this book. I am probably going to continue with the series, but for me it was severely lacking in plot, story, character development, everything. But I'm going to have a review of this book, a spoiler-free review of this book, up soon on my channel, so you'll just have to wait until then for more of my thoughts. And lastly this month I started The Bands of Mourning, but I didn't finish it this month. However, I am already finished right now, and let me just tell you, this book is amazing! but I'll also have a review of this up quite soon. All in all, I read 9 books, I reread 5 books, and I really would say that this month was quite successful in terms of reading. I at least enjoyed most of the books. So, except for Magnus Chase, there wasn't a book that I would say I disliked. And yeah, tell me what you read this month. Tell me what you thought of the books that I have read this month. And I hope I'll see you soon. Kiss kiss!